Well, hey, it's Rob here once again from magicalmultimediatour.com. Now, I know a lot of you are really kind of being swept away by this whole online video thing and are very excited about it and also very confused because you really don't know where to get started. Well, one of the things that a lot of people are getting started with, especially people that are a bit camera shy, are doing these slideshows, which are great because you can go online and get some royalty-free photography at sites like iStock Photo, very inexpensive, and you can really give a very professional look without spending a lot of money. But you can also make a lot of mistakes creating your slideshow. So I'd like to take a little bit of time and walk you through a few of the biggest ones so you can avoid them and create slideshows that contribute profits and not problems. The first mistake a lot of people make is creating the slideshow you want instead of the slideshow your audience wants. People get really wrapped up in what I'm passionate about and read my book and subscribe to my newsletter, and no one really cares about you. It's not personal. It's just that your audience cares about themselves, their problems, their dreams, their challenges. So one of the big problems is that people create the slideshow they want instead of the slideshow their audience wants. When you create what your audience is looking for, you really compress and shortcut your timetable to success. The second issue people have is hoping something works instead of just simply doing what works. And why going in reverse is your key to moving forward. And what that really means is very similar to in point one, where you're looking at what you want your audience to do. What is really your end game? Do you want them to opt in? Do you want them to buy something? So what you need to do then is, rather than just pitch them or try to get them to do something, really what you're doing is you're almost like romancing them. You're almost like courting them, like if you're dating someone. So what you're really doing is figuring out the one simple action, not the 5 simple actions, the one simple action that you want them to take, and then creating a slideshow that will enable them to take that action. The third mistake is telling your audience what they already know in a way they have heard it before. And one of the, and this is not meant to be a slap against anyone, but a lot of people are now getting very tired of the message, law of attraction. You know, simply by thinking something, you can create it. And it's not that now notice I didn't say they don't want to believe it. I'm saying they're tired of that message. They've heard it before. And quite frankly, if it worked for them, they would have made it happen. So I'm not telling you to abandon that message if that's the message you're passionate about. You just have to find a way to communicate to your audience that message in a way that is unique, fresh, that they have not heard before, that'll make them say, why didn't anyone else tell me this way? And if they say that, guess who they're going to buy from? You. And finally, not differentiating yourself. If you look like everyone else, no matter how passionate you are about something, find a new angle, find a different way to say it. Find a specific market segment that you can appeal to, and a specific approach to that specific market segment, so that you stand out above everyone, even people who make a lot more than you do and who are a lot more famous than you are. And the final tip, and this is the most important, is that in your audience is what I call, it's almost like a brush fire waiting to be started. There's a dormant, pre-existing emotional powder keg waiting to be ignited. And that emotion is usually frustration over something they want to achieve and can't. Frustration over roadblocks that they counter over and over and over. And almost like a longing for a dream that they've had for a long time that they almost feel like they have to abandon. That's a pre-existing emotional powder keg that when you can tap into what I'd call the existing predominant dissatisfaction, you have their attention, and your audience is much more likely to respond to your video in the way you want them to. So I hope this has helped you create more successful slideshows. And if you're interested in the next step in how to do that, magicalmultimediatour.com. Thank you.